What is the single entry system? So, when we are recording this double entry system, what we will do? We will put debit one entry and credit one entry, and according to this, for this double entry following system, we are maintaining accruals, outstanding. There are some principles we need to follow, so that we need to provide an accountant. Okay, but the small traders and the businessmen will not have sufficient fund to have a separate accountant to maintain the books in the double entry system. Okay. So, what they will do, just they will record single entry, cash receipt, deposited into the bank. Record. So, by using that, we cannot arrive at the total, whatever the return. So, till now, what we have done, who are all maintaining the double entry system, for them we find out the profits or losses and net worth of their business. So those who are all not maintaining under the double entry system, why in double entry system, whether they cannot find the what is the profit or income on them, we can also find that. So when the accounts are not maintained in the double entry system, that is known as single entry system or preparation of financial statement from incomplete records. That is not a complete record. So from incomplete records, I'm going to prepare the financial statements. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This is single entry system. Okay. So when we are maintaining, when we need to prepare financial statement from an incomplete records, that is single entry system, how we can prepare it? So by experience, the accountants which are used, they are used two approaches. That is one balance sheet approach, another one conversion approach. Balance sheet approach is nothing but where they will find opening balance sheet, closing balance sheet. Okay. So they will have opening balance sheet and closing balance sheet. In that, they will have a capital fund, opening capital and closing capital. The difference between the opening capital and closing capital will result your net profit. Why? Because in liability side, if you are using this liability side, what we are doing in liabilities? Capital. This is your opening capital. In this opening capital, I am adding my net profit for the year and I am arriving at closing capital. Correct? So, when I know my opening capital and closing capital, when I subtract this, I can derive at the net profit. Correct? When I am doing it in this ulta way, whatever, in normal thing, I will add my net profit, I will subtract my drawings, I will add my additional capital, and I will arrive at closing capital. Correct? When I am doing in this reverse way, the closing capital minus opening capital will result in my net profit. But in this profit, I will have the adjustment of drawings and capital. Now, drawing should be added, capital should be subtracted, so arrive at the net profit as per this. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what we are going to do in your first approach to find the net profit. Okay. Second approach is nothing but I am using the single entry system information. I will convert single entry inform transactions to a double entry transaction and I will prepare normally. That is your second approach. That is what I given in your notes. Clear? So under first approach, first I will prepare this statement of affairs. That is nothing but I will ascertain the opening capital and closing capital. Next, I will prepare profit and loss account. How I will prepare this profit and loss account? That is opening or closing minus opening capital, less add drawings, less additional capital, I will arrive net profit. In that net profit, I will adjust the depreciation, everything, and I will prepare a statement for that. After preparing that, after finding out the net profit, I will again prepare the closing balance. That is your final draft of closing balance. Clear? That is after your depreciation and all, I will prepare in the final statement of affairs. Statement of affairs is nothing but balance sheet. Okay. Next is conversion account. I have told that I will convert your single entry system information into double entry, and I will start posting in the double entry financial statements method. Okay. So what are all the difference? This difference I have taken from your book. I have not changed anything, because sometimes you will be asking in the notes of accounts. You will be summary of notes. You will have the last question. No, in that sometimes you can having a high chance of asking this differentiation. Okay, for your theory purpose, I have given this. Okay, there is nothing much to explain here. Whatever I explained enough. Okay, so for your theory purpose, I am giving this differentiation from your book. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.